Let's just look at her meltdown after testifying on Epstein.
There are photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying from inside this room. Can you please advise me as to whether or not that's permissible and consistent with the rules, particularly given that we have asked for a public hearing? If there are photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying, can you please explain how that can occur?
I'm done with this. If you guys are doing that, I am done. You can hold me in contempt from now until the cows come home. This is just typical behavior.
We will go off the record.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
So I would like to understand how that's permissible.
Before the hearing.
It doesn't matter. We all are abiding by the same rules.
I will take that down.
Yeah,
So
well,
I would like to take a break at this moment.
yeah,
and I'd like to have
I'm
a
done
conversation.
for now.
Oh, no. Joe Siracusa, you know you've lost control and you're waving your finger, you're pointing, you're slamming your hand on the desk. What is she just having a meltdown?
Yeah, she is. You know, her she gave it all away there when she said, "You can find me in contempt until the cows come home." She knows that they know things that she can't really talk about. And look, she exhibited the same characteristics. It was the same act after Bill got caught. You know, and a lot of Americans came to the conclusion, and I was one of them, that she either knew what was going on and was complicit, or she was as dumb as a doorknob. And so either way, they didn't want her in the White House. And so now she's playing stupid again. Like, you know, Epstein was just a little playmate of her husband's. And she knew Ghislaine Maxwell pretty well, I suppose. But keep in mind, you know, to be fair to Hillary and the others, Epstein was giving money away to all kinds of people. He was throwing all kinds of luxuries out there. And, you know, he's got his own airplane, his own magic island. You know, it would have been just too much for some of these people to resist. But Hillary didn't need Epstein. Bill did. Bill liked the idea that this guy was stroking his ego and giving money to his philanthropy and helping him out and all the rest of it. I just think in recent years, presidents, I think, make some very bad choices. Once again, you know, they had better minders. They would have stayed away from guys like this. And look, Epstein was, before he got caught in 2008 and then later on, he was sort of a creepy guy anyway. I mean, he used to hang around with all the wrong people. Gabriella, there is a Harvey Weinstein documentary I saw on Air China coming back from Berlin once a couple of years ago. And it had a picture of Weinstein, Epstein, and dare I say, President Trump, all sitting at the same table at Club 54, one of those renowned night spots. And, you know, and if you had money and you passed through New York, that's where you hung out. And so, you know, you would know these people whether you wanted to or not, whether you knew about their private lives or their secret sins or their crimes. Who would know? I mean, you have absolutely no idea. You know, when people say on profiling, you know, no one knew this guy was a serial killer, it's quite possible to be sitting next to somebody and know nothing. On the other hand, it's impossible to imagine everyone around you is as thick as you are, too. I mean, somebody must see what's going on. And Hillary got caught out, didn't want to be there. Bill got caught out and didn't want to be there. It's very embarrassing for the end of their careers, you know. You know, they're going out on a very sour note because Americans can see one thing, that they're squirming like hell at
Absolutely.
that deposition. They're not even in Washington. They're in some little hokey town near Albany, New York, which used to be the circuit for speakers in the 19th century. And so, you know, they stayed away as much as possible. A number of their supporters said that they would run circles around the committee. But as you can see from the two clips you showed in your packages, they didn't run rings around the committee. The committee was asking all the right questions. Hillary and Bill just spit the dummy. And I bet they couldn't wait to get out of the room. And keep in mind, one was there for 6 hours, and the other one was there for 7 hours. You imagine grilling somebody for 7 hours and seeing that kind of behavior. I mean, it's not only difficult work, but it's embarrassing to watch.
Professor Joe Siracusa, political analyst, thank you so much for joining us on Power Hour. Always great to speak with you.
Thank you.